Hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. Once again, Shingeki no Kyojin people. This is not... Listen, go back and watch the video I did. This was back last year, 2012, December. At the video I did when I first found out they were turning this into an anime. And see the look of just surprise. I was like, on my face. Now, first of all, when someone tells you Shingeki no Kyojin is getting an anime, you look at them like they have 3 heads on their shoulders. Because you're like, wait a minute. That manga's violent. They're doing it in anime? Wow. Huh? Wow. So, I have very little expectations. Very little. When I went into watching this show. Because I knew, this wasn't supposed to happen. But it did. Go figure. It did. And Witt Studio. You're almost there, people. They need... Listen. People need to go to Japan, go to the animation studio known as Witt Studio, that is in cooperation with IG Productions. Go in there and just go to the first motherfucking animator that is there and look him in the eye and say, you are a fucking god. And just bow to them. Because that's what they deserve. Because so far, they're doing a fucking fantastic job. This is... I'm like... Each episode ends on a fucking... Just suspense. It's... Alright, let's get into this review now. Episode 6, The World the Girl Saw. Let me just make sure I was correct on that. Because there's actually 2 different titles. The World the Girl Saw. The World the Girl Saw. Now, we got, and pretty much, we had the beginning, with the whole Armin getting shaken up, and Connie's there. He's trying to get the cobwebs out of him because he's freaking out because of what happened, and I think everyone saw it from last week. And we see Ymir. She's being where she is, and you have the whole situation with Ymir, and then Krista is there, and she's telling everyone not to fight, stop fighting, because Ymir was being cold to Armin. And then we see us after that. Armin leaves, and he encounters Hana and Franz. This scene, I was like, there's no way they're showing this. There has to be some censorship. Very little. I mean, usually, it would be like, oh, JoJo, they had, in other animes, they'll just block it out full of flash, with the shadows and shit. The way they did it, not bad. Not fucking bad. I was like, okay. Oh, by the way, this gets a 5 out of 5. Again. And they did it like it was... I knew they were going to censor this. So it wasn't like, oh, that's bullshit. Why are they going to do that? I knew that it was going to happen. So what they did was they showed the side of Hana over Franz. The side. And what you end up seeing is you see Hana's legs and part of his arm, and a little bit of nothing there. So, and there was some bloodstains there, and I was like, okay, Witt, not too shabby. Not too shabby. You get a pass again. They're doing a good job. I'm liking what's going on here. Then, after that, we have the whole scene with the villagers trying to get out, and that guy's blocking the way with his guys ahead of the market, feeds the soldiers and everything. He's being a douche. And there's a little filler ad in that scene when Mikasa shows up and she goes, Jesus Christ, Witt Studio. You might have just made Mikasa more of a badass by this anime. I'm not joking around there. I mean, I thought Mikasa was already great from the manga. They're making her even better. And I'm like, wow. Because we had that scene, when she's, the scene anyone from the manga, we're having one the manga, is, she goes up to the guy who's blocking the way, saying, my comrades are dying, and you're doing this, and all that other stuff, and she goes up there, and seeing it, I thought was pretty damn good. The guy's trying to attack her, and she knocks him out. I was like, damn. And she's like, she says, I'm talking to a corpse. That was awesome. And he gets out of the way, and then the other villagers go through the people have to evacuate. And then we have this little girl and her mother, and the mother's thanking her for what she was doing. And at that scene, she's thinking about something. And that's when we get... Oh, there's also another scene where she's talking to a commander saying that her sword got blunted. It got, a little roughed around the edges. And she has to get a new one. And she's sorry about that. And the next scene you obviously see is the flashback. And the flashback, oh, God. Witt Studio. They are just filled with awesomeness. They are just making this anime so... I can't explain this. It's just... That scene with Mikasa's flashback, and the flashback pretty much is what happened to her past as a child. Her family was Oriental. Okay. And what ended on happening was, there's a scene where she's doing this she's making this embroidery, with her mother, and she's asking, how his baby's made, and all this stuff. And she says, ask your father. And then the father says, when, Mr. Jaeger shows up, Aaron's father, he'll ask him. And there's a knock on the door, and we don't see who's there yet. Instead, we see Aaron and his father coming in, and they see what happened. Mikasa's mother is dead. You don't show it immediately. They show it later. Is dead, and her father is dead. Guys come in, stab the father. That scene... They showed it, and I was like, violence, blood, fucking Witt Studio. I get chills thinking about it. I just get chills. I'm like, and you see Mikasa's face. I was like, yo, I'm sorry, like King of Lightning, yo. Yeah, I'm gonna say yo's now. Yo, like seriously. Fucking A! And then they took in Mikasa, they captured her, the guys, because they're trying to get her to sell on the black market, because the Orientals were, she's worth a good penny. And what ends on happening is, henceforth, Aaron is told by his father to go home and call the police. Aaron doesn't do that. So we get to the scene where she's on the floor, handcuffed, Mikasa, and Aaron goes into the hut that the guys are at, the guys who are to kidnap her, they're going to sell her. And, he's patting on his head, and Aaron's got the knife right on his side. So overall, the animation, 10 out of 10. I think I should say that. As far as accuracy to the manga, 10 out of 10. No fucking around. Censorship, very little. Very little. Music, fucking A. Especially the part, I want to briefly state this before I get into some more of the summary. The part where you see Aaron's face. Oh my god, that was awesome. Yo! Let's see Giggletti again. I'm going to be saying that throughout this review. Just get used to it. His face will like glare over that scene where he sees what happened, and then he go back to the scene where he stabs the guy. I was like, what? And it was the scene when he was attacking the second guy. And he attacks the guy, and then he leaves, and he gets a broom and puts a knife on it, and stabs the motherfucker. That scene was a little censored, but it was very good. With cross-referencing to the manga, it was portrayed very well. Then after that, we have Eren helping Mikasa up, untying her, and she tells him that there were 3 guys, and the guy shows up and he kicks her, and that whole scene's choking him. I'm like, yo, the best scene of this fucking episode was when Eren's telling her, fight. If you win, we live. If you lose, we die. That whole thing. You get the references with because you get a reference in the chapter you get what was it again? I'm trying to think. You get the whole the praying mantis eating the butterfly, father coming in with the duck, and the whole the weak die and the strong survive. Is mercy, and then she's just fight. And just go to her brain, and like just go into a place, and her squeezing the knife, and just pushing it to the wood bed and going in. I was like, yo, Latios. Damn, I was fanboyism was full in when I saw that part. And then we have the aftermath of that, and Eren saying, "Oh, you are our home now." His father's yelling at him for what he did and all that other stuff. And then we go from there back to the present time with Mikasa taking out a Titan, and she's just zipping through. And that's pretty much what happened in this episode. And no spoilers. I didn't say anything. And that's pretty much what happened in the chapter. 505, man. That part with Mikasa? Oh, God. Too much. Witt Studio. You guys are going to give me too many fangasms. Bankai 922 is probably going to die by the time this series is over. It's going to be too much for my brain to handle, and it's going to explode. And you know what? You know what is fucking ridiculous? We still have next week. And next week, I'm not going to say anything, but I'm going to say it right now. Prepare for the ending of next week's episode. Prepare. You need to get your shit together. Get your shit together. 2-minute warning, motherfuckers. 2-minute warning, man. It's a 2-minute warning. Get your shit together. Get it together. Because this was a fantastic episode. Witt Studio, you are giving me way too many fangasms. I need to take a break. Too many. And I just read the chapter last night, and then I reviewed the anime, and I'm like, damn, it's too many. But yeah, great episode. Oh, there's nothing more I can say. They made Mikasa look like a fucking god. Yeah, that's what they did. They made her look grisly, like son of a bitch. Come on, it's just Witt Studio. You're killing me, man. You're killing me. You're turning it into what is one of my favorite mangas of all time, and you're just turning it into gold. Just gold. Just absolute gold. But we have to wait and see. So far, they start off great. Let's see where they go from here, people. That's all I gotta say. So far, they're running full steam. Witt Studio. Full steam ahead. They're doing a fantastic job. Tell what you guys think in the comments section below. This is Bonkai922. I will see you guys later. Rate, comment, subscribe. Mikasa for the motherfucking win. Just take this character and put her on a pedestal. Put her on a pedestal as one of my favorite shonen females of all time. I will see you guys later.